I definitely love Kirstie Alley. I definitely didn't love Radiant City. This is a 1996 TV film directed by Robert Allan Ackerman, written by Lewis Colick, and stars, of course, Kirstie Alley as Gloria Goodman. And she lives in, this apartment block, and she's got a husband who's not a very nice person, and she's got children who I believe she loves, but they don't exactly make her life easy. And she meets this man who's moved into the apartment block with his wife, but his wife goes out to work. He stays at home looking after the baby and writing, and she starts to bond with him, and it's all about her kind of reevaluating her life and where she's going to end up and what her life is going to look like and what she wants out of her life. And there are many, many films like this. That's not to say that it shouldn't exist just because there are many, but generally they're never very that interesting, and this is definitely the case here. I just didn't find it fascinating. Nothing that really happened was that interesting. Maybe if I could relate to that lifestyle, it would be different, and if there's an audience for it, that's absolutely fantastic. But for me personally, I wasn't that interested. And I think films that deal with, people who live on the breadline and who live in, I was going to say tight-knit communities, I guess that's one way of describing it, but very much enclosed areas, and everybody seems to have their own problems, and everybody knows everybody, and certain people rub each other up the wrong way, and life is definitely not a bed of roses. Those films are very important. This is exactly what we get here. But if the narrative's not interesting, I'm not going to pay attention. And I did try to pay attention, but I just found it to be so dull, and the characters were really boring. With this kind of film, they're usually character driven, and you usually attach onto one character or a couple of characters, and you want them to escape their problems, to escape anybody who's causing them problems, and to better themselves in whatever way they choose. But I didn't even care about Gloria. And that's, for me, a sign that this is not a good film. Because I love Kirstie Alley, I'm drawn to whatever characters she plays, usually even if I don't like her films, and there are not really that many of them. I'm usually fascinated by the characters she plays because I like to watch them, which sounds creepy, but I just didn't care. I didn't think it was emotive, I didn't think it was moving, I didn't care about any of the characters. Obviously I didn't want anything bad to happen to them, the husband maybe less so, but I found it to be so boring, so dull, didn't offer anything new, didn't offer anything different, didn't offer anything fascinating or emotional or exciting or gripping or compelling. I can't think of a single positive adjective to describe this film. Consistent. It is consistent in its style, it is consistent in its tone. But again, that might be part of the problem, because it means that it's kind of just on one level. There are no roller coasters, there are no spikes in emotion, it was just flat. Would I recommend it? If you generally like this kind of film, I'd say give it a go. Maybe there'll be something in it that interests you. If you like Kirstie Alley, I'd say give it a watch just because it's Kirstie Alley. Or indeed if you like anybody else who's in it. But when it comes to the narrative and the quality of the film, I really don't think I can recommend it.